Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is the weekly Wednesday Wargaming questions and answers. This is off the cuff video, guys. So what that means is I record it and I upload it. There is no fancy editing skills. You don't see my intro symbol. If there's outside noise, I can't help that. I do have transition buttons, so I can stop and just let that go. Why do I like keep doing that every time I film the weekly Wednesday? I don't know. Anyway, the weekly Wednesdays are primarily model focused. They are primarily GW stuff, and you basically ask me questions and I answer them. There is terrain questions from time to time, and there's some information about myself and what's going on and happening around the workshop and everything else. For all my regulars here, guys, I feel love. Thank you very much. Right, so let's start with some questions. First thing to remind everyone, I'm still doing commission Let's Builds, commission painting and commission custom terrain pieces. So Let's Builds, if you haven't seen a Let's Build video, go check one out. I basically take a model kit and I put it together. Now, why would someone want me to do that? You may not have the time, the space, or you may not be confident enough to build a model, or you could have little hands around the place, or you could have nosy cats and stuff like that. Painting, I can paint it battle ready. Again, if you haven't seen a paint video, go and check one out. I can paint it battle ready, at which point you can just put it on table and away you go, or you can take it and dry brush it and edge highlight and wash it and whatever else you want to do to it, or I can take it beyond battle ready. And custom terrain pieces, I haven't made a terrain piece in such a long time because I've just been swamped with everything, and I'm frustrated myself because I've got the one here to finish, and I've got 3 or 4 ideas for the next ones coming along, and it's like I need to get this done. It's just getting the time to do that, but that's all going to change. Again, if you haven't seen a terrain built video, go and check one out because they're absolutely mind-blowing. And yes, someone's going to say, hold on, something's different. Yes, I've had a cut and a trim, so I thought myself, going into the new year, I want to start afresh and start going forward and not just be scruffy old me. Last week was absolutely hectic. Being Christmas week, it was absolutely, I think I only got the painting video done on Monday and the weekly Wednesday, which is absolutely chaotic. I actually started the Let's Build on the Wednesday after the weekly Wednesday, and the Thursday was meant to finish it. I was exhausted from work. The Friday, exhausted. The Saturday, then I did a little bit more on it, and then I had errands to run the whole day because we don't work Christmas Eve, so to run around the whole day. Next thing you know, it's time for herself to go to work, and then it's Sunday's Christmas Day, so nothing good on. Then Monday was Monday painting video again. I started trying to do some bits and pieces on it on the Tuesday morning, but again I had to go and pick up a few things that I wanted and run out of time. But so there was no Let's Builds last week, but there is one on its way. And Monday's painting video, talking about that, I was the focusing was going off, and I was wandering off camera with everything, and just getting too enjoying it too much. So I do apologise to you guys if I ruined it slightly by doing that. I do get carried away when I'm painting. I get right into it and I forget that I'm filming. Even though I'll be talking, I forget that I'm filming. The focusing, one of my viewers said to me, turn the autofocus off, and that's probably what I've got wrong, because I have autofocus on now so they can focus on me rather than everything else. This is prime example. Transition button. Back with you, guys. Sorry about that. There's 2 little ones that were playing with my little one for the afternoon. I've gone home now. Not the quietest of kids. As I was saying, I get carried away painting models. I wander off camera and the focusing is wrong and stuff like that. Now, Chris actually said, one of my viewers actually said to me about it, and I agree. But I do have a nice little solution, because where I paint behind me is a computer desk sort of size. It's really small. Even what's in front of me is really small. And I was just contemplating, this and that, and then I was in Yisk, and I come across a nice big desk. It's quite long, not over the top long. It's a nice sized desk, but it's quite deep. But there's a bar across the back of it, so I can clip, camera lights, camera bits on, and they have lights coming off, which is fantastic. I can also then set the camera up in a way where it's focusing on an area on the table, an area of the table where I can actually paint, even if I have to put some masking tape around, make a square, but you won't see the masking tape square on camera, but I know my hands have to be in that square with the model. The only thing I need to figure out is that I will actually be able to see the screen whilst I'm filming, so I know that it's focused in. I know that the lighting's okay. I know that's the only thing I need to work on, but again, look, it's trial and error. I'll get it right eventually. If you actually go way back at the beginning and look at some of the videos I did right at the beginning, the lighting's wrong, this is wrong, that's wrong, and you look where I am now, it's totally different. There's a big improvement, I think anyway. And my friend, my main man, who actually, my good friend, who does editing and does, director's work and stuff like that, has actually said to me himself, he's very proud of where I've started and where I am now. So, hopefully I can get the camera right with the painting, so it doesn't go out of focus. It actually, stays in focus. But another thing with this desk, I have a modular, I don't know what its proper name is, but it's a modular paint pot holder stand. Okay, so I can have that on the desk, and there's other bits you can get that can add to it. So I can actually have my paints in front of me rather than have them in a box and I have to sift through the box. So things like that makes it a little bit easier for me. Now the wife actually threw me a curveball, and since Christmas she's actually been brilliant with me doing stuff on the channel. She actually got me an airbrush and a compressor. Now I've had to look at it, I haven't tested it out or nothing, because I want to make sure I've got every bit possible that I can have, like cleaner and medium, and I think I have medium behind me over there, but make sure I've got everything possible and a few colours to use it on and test it out, and just rustle up a test model and then start using the airbrush on the test model, just to get myself familiar with it and the way it works and PSI and all that sort of stuff. She also got me a tub of tufts, grass tufts, from where are we, Wall Painter Scenics. I don't know if she ordered it or if she actually went and bought it somewhere. I know how to make grass tufts, and I don't usually use grass tufts because I just find it easier just to stay grass tuft, but I will be using these on some models hopefully. But there is some, you see the ones at the bottom there, the flowers. I think they're absolutely fantastic. Now I can't make those, but I can make the other tufts. So, but anyway, yes, I'll be using that. I'm going to start using some of those. She also got me Army Painter Battlefield basing set. Now I've never used this before, but what it entails is some summer undergrowth. I don't know the millimeter size. There we go. Let me start again. Sorry. Brown Battlefield, which is like a gravel. Battlefield Rocks, which is bigger rocks. Swamp Tufts, 35 pieces. Summer Undergrowth, like I said, and then Battlefield Field Grass, and Battlefield Snow. Now I think that's going to be an absolutely fantastic thing to test out and use. Now we'll be testing those out. So she's got a little bit supportive behind what I'm doing here now, so it's actually good. Before she was supportive before, but not, oh, you're doing that again, oh, you've been over there yesterday, and now she's like, okay, what do you need to get done? And I'll say, right, I need to get this done, and then she'll say, I need to go here, I need to go there. It's like, okay, let's get this done first, and then I'll come and do this. But and as my regulars will know, I won't say it, but that thing that I had to break down and dispose of took up a lot of time, so it just put me behind a lot. However, going forward into next year, and let me start by saying I want everyone to have a happy new year. Okay, I forgot to say last week, happy holidays, happy Christmas, all that stuff. I do apologise. It was just hectic from here, but I just want to say happy new year to everyone. And I hope everyone has a good time, good safe time, and even if you're sitting and painting models, whatever you do make you happy, that's what you do. But going forward next year, here's what I want to do on the channel. Okay, I want Monday painting video, same as always. Okay, I want to weekly Wednesday, same as always. I want to have at least one Let's Build per week on the channel, whether it be Marvel Crisis Protocol, whether it be 40k, whether it be stuff from New Dominus, from the Imperial magazine, whether it be stuff from my pile of opportunity, whether it be something from fantasy, whether it be something totally different. I just want to do at least one Let's Build per week. Aim for 2, but I'll be happy with 1. Now, with that said, I also want to do more than 1 painting video a week, but I don't want to set it in like on Monday painting video and Friday painting. I don't want to set it like that. I want to do the Monday painting video as normal, and then maybe just do a sneaky painting video on something that I want to paint this, I want to paint that, and just try and get it in. Because I was thinking, if I'm just doing 1 painting video a week, that's only 52 in the year. So even if that's 52 units, that's not, when you look at the grand scheme of it, that's not that much. So I want to try and step that up as well. But heaps to do off camera, heaps paintings to do off camera. And with the next thing I'm going to say, I actually want to get all of that done. So I want to get into a position where I only have maybe 1 unit to paint off camera, or for example, librarian to paint, not librarian, lieutenant. Yeah, that I've already painted on camera, but to paint him off camera so he's ready for battle reports. As I was saying as well, and I was saying this to the wife, I've got so many models to glue off camera because I've already glued them on camera, that I want to try and just bring a box into the house and go, right, this week I'm going to get this box glued off camera. So an hour of the evening here or half an hour here when everyone's doing whatever they're doing, or she's in work or whatever, just work on that and get it done in the week. Also, I've spoke to Alex and he's in total agreement with me. We're going to do 1 battle report per month. Okay, that's what we're going to start with. When I say 1 battle report, I'm not talking this month's going to be Marvel Crisis Protocol, yay. No, we're going to do a game of 40k every month, and if we can squeeze MCP in, Marvel Crisis Protocol, we'll have a game with that at some point in the month as well. Obviously, when the Old World comes out, there might be a few of those games in there. When Epic, because apparently you're releasing Epic again, which is absolutely fantastic. Those who don't know what Epic is, you basically have a squad of Marines, and they're like this size. Yeah, 5 little dots on a base, and that's a squad of Marines. You'll be lucky if you can get more than 1 colour on them. That's how small they are. But then you have like Titans that are like this sort of size, but in compared to the scale of the other models, they look massive. And Mega Gargants and Imperator class Titans and all that sort of craziness. Apparently they're bringing that back. I don't know what sort of way it's going to be. I hope they don't have the models that small again. I hope they have them a bit bigger, which would be fantastic. But stuff like that, then we get onto it. So that's what the aim is for next year. Okay, I did try to get a good running head start at it, from December, without saying this is what I'm doing, and I was making good progress. But then with that thing I had to sort out, the debris, and then the weather, and then work just being crazy, it sort of slowed it right down. But also with the terrain, I want to go back to getting a terrain build done once a week. And there's a lot for me to do, but even if the terrain build is once every 2 weeks, I'm happy with that, because what I have there now, I said, it's frustrating the hell out of me. And do I work on that, or do I do content for you guys, paint a model or build a model? That's the kind of balancing that I'm doing. Obviously with the daylight being here for longer now, starting to get here longer, it means I am going to have a bit more time. in the evenings when it's cold. I'm going to have it'd be nice. But in 2.5 weeks time, so the rest of this week and then 2 weeks after that, the week after that, I'm on holiday for a week. So I want to be in a position where I'm on top of everything and everything's, I'm ahead of myself and everything's great. Now I'm also hoping, and this is me just hoping now, that the week before my holiday, or say 2 weeks before my holiday, whatever it is, that the World Eaters box is up for pre-order. I'm hoping that is, or it comes out then, so I can actually get it, bring it to the channel and show you guys, pretty much straight away, because that's what I want to do as well, is try and get models that are, as soon as it comes out, I'm getting it within that week and I'm building it for you guys and showing you how to do it. But there's 2 questions here, and then I'll bring you down and show you guys the both. Now, like I said, there was nothing built last week because it was just so chaotic, so it's the same stuff that was here last week, nothing new, but that doesn't matter, everything has to be painted, so just chuck the boat on as normal. But 2 questions first of all. I play MCP, Marvel Crisis Protocol, and still have lots to build and paint. Will you be doing any more Let's Builds on Marvel Crisis Protocol and painting them? Yes, I will be. The aim is to go from Pile of Opportunity to build something Marvel Crisis Protocol, then maybe Imperial Magazine, and then cycle around like that, much like I did before with Imperial Magazine and Indominus Box and Pile of Shame. Just keep doing that. The thing with the Marvel Crisis Protocol models, it's one model and they are very quick to build. You might see it for 10-15 minutes on the film, but it's taking me like an hour and a half to build that one model, and it's really quick and easy. So I do want to get them going because Alex is very keen to have a game with that as well. And again, if it gets voted on to paint, I'll paint it. If not, I'm going to try and squeeze videos in where I'm doing extra painting of models. I mean, I still have 7th edition bits of Warhammer down here to glue, and I won't do Let's Builds on them because most of the models are gone now, but I will still put them together and then just put them in for the vote for you to vote on. This is something different, something nice. There's a lot of videos that I wanted to do this year and I just haven't had the time. I've just been swamped. Like, for example, I wanted to take, say, the Orc Goblin Army or the Skaven Army and just do a mad video where I'm focused on putting them all together and then painting them, and even if it's an hour-long video, it's just me trying to get that done. wanted to do a video on my favourite terrain pieces that I've made and the undocumented bit. Again, I haven't done that because it's been so busy. I wanted to do army review video to show you guys what I've built since the last time I reviewed. I was meant to do every three months or so, and it's just got so far behind with stuff. I think it's like 8 months, 9 months ago that I done it. So so hopefully going forward into the new year, I will get back on and do that and start doing those other type of different videos. I've just gone totally off the subject. Sorry guys, if you're new here, I do waffle on quite a bit. There was talk last week about, there was a few questions that was asked me last week about doing an hour-long weekly Wednesday. No one commented to say to me like, yeah, do it, go, don't do it. So I'll chuck the question to you guys again, because I know last week was hectic and it was just too much going on. Do you want me to do a 1 hour weekly Wednesday once a month? Okay, whether it's be Imperial Magazine arrives in and we're going through that, or whether we're doing a Codex Focus, or whatever it is that just chuck on below and we'll talk about it. Because some people, some people say, why would you want to do that? Some people enjoy the weekly Wednesdays, but whilst they're painting their own models. Yeah, because if they're looking at an expert, they want to look at it. They're looking at a painting video, they want to look at it. If it's a terrain build, they want to look at it. If it's any other type of video, they want to look at it. But weekly Wednesday, they can hear me talking. So whilst they're painting away, they can hear me talking. And as one of my viewers said, it's like having your buddy in the room with you. When you're painting together. And those of you who paint with other people, you know how nice that is. Okay, last question. Love your Necron paint scheme. Will you be painting any more soon? There's lots of Necrons to paint, but the aim for now, if it's voted on, it's voted on, I'll paint it, it's not a problem. But the aim for now, I want to try and get at least 500 points of a few other factions put together. So I can then, it's different, different stuff that goes into battle report. Because I know there will be an army that comes up, we'll have a game with it, and Alex will go, I like that army. Can I try those guys next time? Which is fine, which is great, because then it gives me a chance to do something different. Imagine him doing Eldari, and I'll do the Space Marines then, or I'll do, Tyranids, or I do the Chaos Space Marines, or even the Demons, and it just gives a different variety to it. But yeah, there are quite a few Necron bits here still to build. Some of them are off-camera builds because I've already built them on camera. 2 Kinetic Spiders that Alex doesn't like, but yeah, they're to come to build off camera, and I'll paint them off camera because I already painted the other one on camera. But there are still bits and pieces here to build to add to the Necron Force. But I'm glad you like the colour scheme. Thank you for that. I'm going to bring you down. Just lost trail of thought. Someone's poked their head in the door. I'm going to bring you down and show you vote now, guys. Now, with the vote, how does it work? You guys, I'll show you the host of models, and you guys will say, I vote for X, Y, and Z. You don't have to vote for one model. You can vote for 2 models, 3 models, 5 models, 8 models, whatever you want to do. Now, don't say I vote for everything, because that won't count. But you chuck comment on this video to say that what you're voting for. And then Friday afternoon, this coming Friday afternoon, is when I go, right, okay, so this model's won the vote, or this unit's won the vote, or wherever it is. If there's more than one model and it's a tie vote, then we do dice roll. And a few weeks ago I didn't, because I was so pressed on time. And hopefully when I've finished the garden and everything else and it's all ready, I'll have you a sneaky little peek of what I've been doing there. As one of my viewers said to me on Messenger, you do some really crazy unique stuff in the workshop with materials and terrain and stuff. I would love to see what crazy stuff you do out there. So I'll probably give you a sneaky peek. If anyone wants to look at that, check on below. And, it's not ready yet, nowhere near ready yet, but I'll bring you down and show you the vote, because I'm waffling on again, guys. Right, just to refresh, we have Dire Avengers, we have Hanging Banshees, we have 3 Blade Guard Veterans, we have Ripper Jackson, we have Demonettes, unit of Demonettes, we have the Heavy Locust Heavy Destroyer, sorry, we have the Chronomancer, we have a Space Marine Captain, I believe, with the shield, this guy, absolutely fantastic model. We have 3 Eradicators, we have Mr. Sinister from Marvel Crisis Protocol, so that fantastic sculpt. We have a Space Marine Ancient Internal Armor, but with this guy I'd have to design the banner as well. We have Unit Chaos Knights, we have a Giant, we have the Despoiler, unit of Swooping Hawks, we have the Catan Shard of the Void Dragon, absolutely fantastic model. We have a Chaos Sorcerer Michael Slanesh, we have the Engine Seer with the axe there, especially in Chaplain, which he probably ended up getting done off camera because it's very quick and easy to do. We have a Space Marine Captain with the Plasma Pistol, I think it is, and the Power Sword. We have an Apothecary, an old school Apothecary. We have the Blade Guard Ancient, I think that is. So the model is absolutely fantastic sculpt as well. That's from the Indominus box. We have a Nurgle converted Chaos Sorcerer of Michael Nurgle, and we have Zordgod Wartsnager. So guys, chuck a vote to vote, chuck a comment below. There is also a wild card. So if the wild card wins the vote, that's when it gets revealed what it is. The wild card has won once before for everyone that's new, and it was a Jabberswife, big beast from Age of Sigmar. It was Warhammer at the time, but now it's Age of Sigmar. Beast Herd Army, I think it is, Beastman Army. That's what it's from. And that was a fantastic paint. I really enjoyed doing that and everything else, but that was the time the wild card won. But again, check our votes below. If you have any questions for me, chuck a comment below on this video, or go to Unique Wargaming Terrain Facebook page. There's a messenger button there, you can message me directly. If you have any comments about anything, chuck them below. If you have anything you want to add to anything I've said, or chuck it below, it's not a problem. Guys, thank you for watching. have a happy new year, and hopefully, you know, we're starting the new year with a big run forward, and you know, the channel's growing very quickly. So if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, turn your notifications on. Subscribing to the channel costs you nothing. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. Everyone smash the thumbs up for me so YouTube spreads this video to more and more people. Guys, until next time, take it easy. I'll see you then.